Taking a look at some more rosters, starting with the Netherlands. This is not their official roster yet. It will be released tomorrow. But here's a look at the projected roster for Netherlands at the World Cup. JD, what's standing out to you here?
The actual quality they have, I would say, in both defence and midfield. My only question mark is I don't really see a definitive goal scorer. I think in order to win a World Cup, and the only reason I'm putting that pressure on Netherlands is because they're almost forever the bridesmaids and never quite the bride. They never really know how to get across the line. And I think about some of the forwards they've had in the history of their country. I think about Bergkamp, Van Persie. It's almost like you want that moment for them right now, like just to have that definitive number 9.
You need to bring in Justin's dad.
Justin's dad would have been good as well. I just look at the quality, and I think there's a lot of good midfielders in there. I'm not sure who's actually going to step up and say to myself, this is my tournament to turn around and showcase what I can do. But I do believe in their leadership at the back. I like the experience they have in terms of Nathan Ake, Virgil van Dijk, Van Hekke. There's a good players back there. I'm just really worried about the quality in the forward line. Now, that being said, Donyell Malen might be the most informed striker in the whole of Europe, and he might be looking at me right now like, what are you talking about? You see what I've done for AS Roma? That's fair. That is very fair. But doing it at Roma, where everything is catered towards you, and now doing it at the international stage, is two different things. So over to you, Malen.
Yeah, but the big question is, who's the Dutch team's all-time leading scorer? It's not Donyell Malen, it's Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay will play, unfortunately, for Donyell Malen. So that's the big thing that I think all of Dutch football is looking at right now is which version of Memphis Depay are you going to see? The guy that looks like he just rolled out of McDonald's, or the guy that we've seen during qualifiers that got the Dutch national team to the World Cup, and the guy that delivers in moments for the Dutch national team. But if we're going to go on players who are fit, Memphis Depay coming back from injury, this is the team that we put up in here. So you talked about the strength of the midfield, JD. What do you make of Tijani Reinders, who on paper, this is their best midfield, on paper, in terms of quality. But Tijani Reinders didn't finish the season playing quality minutes for Manchester City. You think that's going to impact Holland?
No, I actually think he'll actually have fresh legs, which is the most important part. I actually really like that midfield. That trio of Gravenberch, De Jong, and of course Reinders, who you just spoke about, I think is as good as any three across the tournament. I really do think on their day, they all play at elite levels. They all have showcased that they can be prominent players in their position. It's whether or not you can find them in the right form and the right confidence, and most importantly, of course, availability. Can they remain fit? How fit are a lot of those players?
Did you just say that Frankie de Jong was one of the best in the world?
No, I said they all have the potential to turn around and showcase. I never once turned around and said to you Frankie de Jong wasn't. What you said earlier was he is one of the best players in the world. Frankie de Jong has never showcased to you that he is definitively one of the best centre midfielders in world football. Has he?
Barcelona fans, get at JayDee Dyer official.
Oh, well, you can call my handle again because I'd love for them to come out again.
Get at JayDee Dyer official. Barca fans incoming.
I'm not like you though. I won't read the comments and I won't respond. So it doesn't really matter.
I respect that. I respect that a lot. It's never really been about talent for the Netherlands, because how many tournaments have we come into saying this Netherlands team is top 3, top 5 in talent? Almost every single tournament. It's about mentality and team spirit. So many times in these big tournaments, we come in and we hear about fights within the Dutch camp. We hear about arguments between this player and that player. This player wanted to be the starter in this position. Are we going to see a fight between Depay and Malen because one of them wants to be the de facto number 9? It's always with this Dutch team been, can they keep from fighting each other and put it into a complete team performance and maintain that focus throughout the entire tournament? The talent has never, ever been the question. And I have real doubts whether this Dutch team can pull it together, because I've never seen it before. I have never once seen it.
So then you guys might be surprised to hear that Netherlands are currently predicted to win it all. And that is coming from, so there's this German scientist German economist, Joachim Clement, who has created this formula that has correctly predicted the last 3 World Cup winners. And that formula has predicted that the Netherlands are going to win it all.
Can I just say to him, you know, stick to numbers, because this isn't really about numbers or feelings or everything else. If you believe that Netherlands is going to go past France and past Spain instantly back-to-back games, then cool, man.
I thought
just
numbers,
stick to numbers, my guy.
I usually think numbers don't lie, JD. But
there's a line in this, man.
Look, in all seriousness, I know that the confidence in this Dutch team may not be there in ways that it probably was in previous generations. But if we go back to 2022, where a lot of these players were part of that group, I mean, they almost beat Argentina And it wasn't like they were completely just chopped in chains off the pitch. It was a tale of two halves. So there are moments in there within this Dutch national team that can be unearthed. The big difference that I think will decide their fate isn't so much the players. It's going to be their manager and Ronald Koeman.
This guy right over your shoulder.
He is not the most popular person in Dutch football right now.
Well, because there's a reason, and I say it all the time. Like, your ex is your ex for a reason. We've seen this situation. We understand how this played out last time. And then what do you feel like is going to be any different? I tell people all the time, stop spinning the block. Yeah. Sometimes you got to try something new, see a fresh idea, a fresh face. As a player, can never question your quality. What you showcase in terms of the player, you're one of the best that's ever touched the football. As a coach, I'm still waiting for the trajectory, and I still keep seeing high-profile jobs being given. I still keep seeing you getting the biggest roles in the world, and yet you haven't really showcased or established yourself for a consistent basis of time. To showcase that you're going to lead your national team now.
I wanted to see a lower third that said Netherlands stop spinning the block so bad.
It's a poor recycling of these same managers.
It's what the Dutch national team do, though. And that's something to pick up with the federation. Ronald Koeman is no Louis van Gaal. He's no Louis van Gaal.
Are we calling it insanity?
Not even anywhere close.
Same formula, same results.
Yeah, not even anywhere close.
What development has he shown as a coach from the first time he had the opportunity to now he's having the opportunity? What development has he shown?
Yeah, the strength of this side that I think will decide their fate ultimately will come. You ask the question of who's going to get the goals. The strength of this Dutch side is in the back line. They build from back to front. There's absolute quality in that back line. Denzel Dumfries can get you a goal. We've seen him in the U.S. or against the U.S. men's national team come up with big moments. It's good to see him back healthy, but he has a big decision to make, and that's where stubbornness has been his Achilles heel. As a player, and definitely as a manager, you can be stubborn as a player, but the national team manager, you're going to have to make a big decision. Do you start Memphis Depay at the World Cup?
He won't start Memphis.
In my opinion, he's stubborn enough to start him over the likes of Brian Broby and Donyell Malen.
It's not about the Memphis, because no one can argue Memphis' quality. But when you're playing 11 against 11 against another nation who is riddled with just as much quality as you have, it's going to also come down to industry and work rate. And I will never, ever question what Memphis can do with the ball at his feet. But the other part of the game, which every coach I've ever worked under has turned around and said to me, you know who wins 90% of games? The team that works the hardest. If you have one person in your team who's not willing to put that hard graft in, all of a sudden, the whole body will fall apart. And that's where my question mark is overall when I just look at the Netherlands.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.